Before we start, quick disclaimer, anything I discuss in this video is just a small, tiny little fraction of your human design. Your human design is very complex, very in-depth, and this is just a jumping off point, like a catalyst for your experiment. So take what resonates, leave the rest, and experiment with it. So before we explore your profiles, let's first see how to find them. So when you go to your chart, you will notice these two little squares up here on top. I have a 30.1 and a 14.3. So you'll see down here, I have that I'm a 1-3 self-projected projector. How I get that 1 and 3, which is my profile, is I choose the numbers that are behind the points. So 30.1 and 14.3. So 0.1 and 0.3, that is where the 1-3. You might have a 2-4 or a 6-3 or a 5-1. You can have any variation of number between 1 and 6. And you can think of the profiles in human design as like the personality type of your energy type. So for instance, earlier I said I was a 1-3 self-projected projector. All projectors have the same wait for an invitation. They experience bitterness. They experience success. They need recognition. They kind of all have those same things in common. But being a 1-3 gives me a little bit of a different spin than say like a 5-1 or a 4-6. So, and same is true for any of the other types. So your first number is conscious and your second number is subconscious. So you're going to really feel your first number more consciously than your second. So for instance, I am a 1-3, profile 1. That is the first number. So that's the number I feel really conscious in, and I feel really comfortable just like identifying with. The 3, which is my second number, that's more subconscious. So those are traits that other people notice about me or you when talking about your own profile, or things that maybe are a little bit more of a reach or a stretch to fully own about myself sometimes. So when we think of each number 1 through 6, we can think of it as kind of like a house, but and the house is split into two. You have the lower trigram and the upper trigram. So if you are a profile 1, 2, or 3, you are going to really play out your personality or any, karmic missions you have in this life through interpersonal growth and communication and kind of focusing on yourself. You're part of the lower trigram. If you're part of the upper trigram of 4, 5, and 6, you're really designed to also work on yourself, but you might find that maybe your biggest lessons or your best lessons or your best work comes from this interpersonal connection and feedback loop if you have a 4, 5, and 6. And if you have a combination of the two, say you're a 5-1 or a 2-4, then you're going to have both elements of some personal work as well as some interpersonal where you're just bumping into people along the way and learning from them. First profile we're going to talk about is profile 1, the investigator. Profile 1s really are here to provide a solid foundation through investigation. You are here to get to the bottom of it. You might be someone who always loves Googling things. You always need to look it up. You always just need to get down to the root of the issue. Everyone, you might be called curious. Everyone who knows me, I'm profile 1. They know that if they tell me something, I will probably Google it. I will probably look it up. I'll probably write it down to look it up later because I'm always just so interested. So you're very interpersonal. Again, you're the lower, you're the very foundation, which is why foundational work is so important to a profile 1. And you're very independent because through this research, it's just you out here researching the topic, the thing. You're someone who's going to really need the details to understand the bigger picture. You need to fall into those informational rabbit holes and really watch everything you can, read everything you can, interview people if that's part of your investigative process. So it's really good to fall into a rabbit hole and let your audience know about the rabbit hole that you've fallen into. People love profile 1s because they really are a resource library. They're full of information. And it doesn't necessarily mean the information has to be always 100% tied to your business topic, because if you're interested in it, you represent your business. Your audience is probably going to have some interest in it as well. So definitely share whatever rabbit holes you're into, and especially if those rabbit holes are, work related in any way. The more people see that you just know stuff, the more they're going to be attracted to you and your energy. So things that are really great for a business owner who has a profile one, writing books, having, investigative or long form podcasts, publishing courses, coming up with a foundational method and teaching that foundational method, or having office hours where people can just come in and ask you anything. AMAs are also really fun for profile ones, really just anywhere you could just spew out all the knowledge that you know. So some reflection questions. So with a 1-3, a reflection question you can have when you're kind of determining systems in your business or trying to decide is, where are you focusing on other people's processes rather than your own? Because again, you are here to investigate, not because you don't trust the source, but because you need to build your own foundation. And with the profile 3, you have a natural experimentation to you, someone who is a trial and error type of person. So by following other people's processes rather than your own, you might have researched a ton and think like, oh, this person knows what they're talking about, I'm just gonna absorb that process. But that profile 3 needs to experiment with it and needs to make it your own. So really honor that process of investigating and then going out and experimenting. And if you're a profile 1-4, your reflection question is, where can you make room for independent study before connecting with your network? Again, independent study is a profile 1's dream. They love independent study, but because you have a subconscious 4, a 4 is I like to call 4s the networker. They're a very social profile. And sometimes what can happen with a 1-4 is you connect with your network, you get other people's opinions, you maybe don't investigate as heavily, rely on other people because you have that social networking part of you. But again, like a profile 1, it's all about your foundation, the information you've gathered. So really, and you need to do that alone, which can be kind of hard since you do have this social aspect of you. So how can you build time into your business, into your life to just fall into a rabbit hole by yourself, acclimate to it, take what you want from it, and then share with your community and your partners. If you love this presentation and if you love this work, I would love to connect. I'd love to support you as you kick off your holistic marketing and business and self-discovery journey. You can schedule a vision exploration call and we'll look at your business systems. We'll look at your human design chart, your astrology chart. We'll also talk about opportunities to align all of those and how we can work together. So you can find the link at JamiraPayne.com. You can also email me, Jamira@JamiraPayne.com. Find me on LinkedIn, follow me on YouTube, do all the things. I would love to connect with you to make your business better. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.